how often do we say Brad's got to be better? Never. We never say that, actually.
Curling now enters the Sports Weekend Spotlight.
Is tonight's game against Schuster a must-win? Bruce, start with you.
Yeah, not by definition, but by spirit. It is. Got to get back on track right away. Don't mess around. You are Brad Gushue. You are one of the 2 or 3 best curlers in the world. You had a good sleep. Come on back out and blow these guys away.
Mike.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good analysis. And yeah, Brad, I like to hear that Brad was taking ownership of those 2 losses. Colleen, I know that couldn't hit the rings first 4 or 5 ends against Edine, which cost them, and then he missed that 1 shot against DeCruz. So it's how often do we say Brad's got to be better? Never. We never say that, actually. So I thought the Swiss game, it was 1 shot. It was not just 1 shot against Sweden. So that's a little bit more of a concern. But I don't doubt that they're going to come back stronger, and they're very good at all skips need to have a short memory, and I think Brad's good at that. He's got enough experience where I'm not super concerned. But if you can be underrated as a reigning Olympic champion, I think that maybe is what John Schuster is. So he's got to just take this seriously and give it up. Like I said to Bruce, they could do with a blowout.
And Joe, you've had time to think about it. Is it a must-win?
Yes.
Quick and concise.
Also, last time Team Canada won, I was wearing this shirt, so I'm picking it up.
We're pulling
Sorry, it wasn't good enough the last 2 days.
Thank you.
Tonight.
Thank you, Joanne, for that, because often every curler I've interviewed just to get the superstitions, because who doesn't have superstitions? I think Bruce has to bring his Muhammad Ali shirt back. But
it's on.
Thank you. We all have superstitions.
We're pulling out all the stops tonight.
Put your hat on back.
Well, I got going here. I got Shakespeare. Does that count? But Shakespeare's good, right?
Yeah, I'm sure there's a good Shakespeare quote.
We'll wax poetic during the show.
Yes, well, here's the quote, the Shakespeare quote: "To be or not to be." That is the question out there today.
I'll see if I can squeeze that in.
So what do we think? I mean, 2 losses, 4 has been the cutoff. Bruce, we were talking before we went on the air. You've been holding back some thoughts. Share them now.
So you want to know what Brad Gushue's made of. I just want to share this, and I don't know if it's proper in a setting like this to pay homage to one of the people on the panel, but I want to do that because if you go to cbc.ca today, they unveiled this incredible oral history of Brad Gushue at the 2006 Olympics in Torino, and I was lucky enough to be a part of that and the oral history. Those are really hard to do. They're really hard to do as a journalist. It looks like all you're doing is stringing quotations, but to have it mean something and to have it be poignant and heartfelt, you got to know what you're doing and put these together in the right way. Devin, man, oh man, this is a great read. It's a wonderful piece of work. And if you read that, it'll take 10 minutes out of your life and you'll feel great for the next year. If you read it, you'll see what Gushue's made of. You'll see the heart of a lion. You'll see what he overcame in 2006. It's a beautiful, beautiful read. And it's for reasons contained within that story that I think you're going to see this guy find something within and bounce back.
Thank you for that, Bruce. Thanks.
So well said. It is a beautiful story, not just because Bruce is in it, but
because Devin put it together. He did a great job. Just awesome.
It really is a hard thing to do. So good for you, Devin. Pardon me, while I was scurrying, I felt like I was in a Klingon Star Trek battle and I needed more power. It came up, I was down to this much. You almost lost me, but I'm plugged in now, people. I'm plugged in.
Cole, anything else to add?
I was just glad to get the power. I had to go underneath that. It's a big job, okay?
It's a big job. Joe, on the women's side, you've been there. You've been there in these pressure games, and that's where Jennifer Jones and her team finds themselves tonight against the 2-time defending world champions from Switzerland.
Yeah, the big thing for them is they just need to park what's happened so far and just start again tomorrow. And like there's the storylines that kind of come in your head. Oh, we've been struggling with this, this, and this. And I think they just need to take what they can from the previous games and just move forward with it. We're just seeing a little bit of like, it's a little sloppy early and then getting back into it late. And I think if the women can have a strong start tonight, I like their chances.
Mike, this is an example too of Jennifer in the mix zone talking to her. She's trying to put that on her shoulders. And I'm like, okay, so you missed a shot in 5 and Anna made a super split for the 3 to make you pay. But she fought her shots down in 8, 9, and 10 down the stretch were, except missing that pretty tough shot with her last rock. I mean, I thought she's playing well. Where's the problem on this team right now?
Up the middle. They're getting outplayed at second and third right now, which is, again, weird to say for this team with Jocelyn and Caitlin. They're just, they're getting beat up the middle. So it's just, again, you have to park it, have that short memory, and try to just. Jennifer is very resilient. We saw that again. That game that should not have been close, and then all of a sudden, Jen, and Joanne in the telecast, they're just a hard team to put away. They're just going to keep coming at you. She had a shot to win that game. It was incredible, the fact they even had a chance in that game at all. And so this, I'd like to see them, as Joe said, I think they got to get off to a good start against Tiranzoni. That's the tough thing. This is a team from top to bottom, lead to skip to fourth rock thrower. They're not going to make any mistakes strategically. Silvana's very sharp. Caitlin, if Caitlin can outcurl Silvana, I think they're going to win. I think you'll watch for that key matchup. Silvana on that team. Alina Petz is much like Jennifer Jones. She's clutch, right? She doesn't miss much under pressure. So you're going to have to get to the middle of their lineup if they want to beat Tiranzoni. Tiranzoni's they're 2-time defending world champions for a reason. They're just a phenomenal team, top to bottom.